Give it to me like.
Hey, good morning, good people. How are you all doing? How was your night? Honestly, it has been hectic for me. I have a newborn, and believe me, I barely sleep at night. Yesterday's own was a mess, to be honest with you guys. And and my madam has been giving me serious trouble since morning, and we've been golden mom, golden mom. Just say hi to the camera. Please don't mind our hair. Our hair is just my stylist. I don't understand. She made the hair, but I end up not liking it. So I don't like the way it was looking. We're trying to lose it. So say hi to the camera. You don't want to say hi. Say hi. Hi. So that's that. So I miss you guys. Do you know how long I've been planning to do this video? Hey God. After the last video I did, to be a mother is not an easy something. It took me 3 days. Will I do it now? Now the baby is sleeping. That's why I had to sneak out and do this particular video. And I'm coming with a gist today. Today we'll be talking about things that literally affects marriages or relationships per se. And it will bring me to the gist that is on board now. The three things that there are many things that can cause problem in a relationship. There are many things that can do that, but the essential ones that I may also talk about it another time, but the four essential things that I feel that contributes to a lot of issues or crises you have in marriage or relationship. You see, money is number one. I finance money. Then the second one is communication. Communication is important. Communication. Then the third one is let's say division of labor. When it comes to marriage, division of labor. Then the fourth one is maybe when you come to coitus. There's what is coitus is another word for sex. When it comes to that aspect, and there are other factors too that may cause issues, but I'm trying to give you at least the top four that are there. I know I'm correct in a way, but I also want to communicate with you guys. I also want to know your view in the comment section. So why am I talking about this? When it comes to money, it may be the man that is the breadwinner of the family, or both parents are bringing in the money, but it may be the man that, in the case of men, their own income is more. Then you will find out that somehow the marriage is a bit balanced because the man is feeling that he's the head and his money is way better, and the marriage is balanced. And there are men that will have that money and they will be able to take care of their family. Those men exist. There are men who have that money, they give the family what they feel like is okay for the family, and then they will still go out to spend more. There are men too who also have that money, but to eat it is the wahala. As in, what is the color of your problem? Okay, you don't want to eat the money, you're making the money, your family will not even enjoy the money. What are you even thinking, bros? And these things are the things that you see that at the end of the day, the woman maybe need. It's not maybe need. We are always in need, because most times there are things in the family that the man don't really pay attention to, that if you're working, you can support the man in that aspect. Okay, what if you don't have somebody that is working? And there are some men that will tell you they don't want you to be their housewife, but they can't give you the actual need of that finance that you wanted. And now when the woman goes out there and find out that probably there are men that are looking at, of course there are girls like me, I'm still on board though. So there are men that will be looking at you at some point, and then they start seeing that you need that money, or probably they even know that your man is not even giving you enough, even from his friends self. I'm trying to be realistic. Even from his friends, they will observe that this man is not the type that chop money, or back I'm an Igbo girl, you know what I mean, a stingy man. So at the end of the day, if you don't have a self-control as a woman, you end up making mistake by going out to get the money. And if you're not working, For those that their husband will tell you, I want you to be my housewife, blah blah blah, then it's not making any sense to me. So, but if you're the type that is working and your husband is still not, there are men that will even know that their wife is working and they have any money, they will just relax and give the cross to the wife to carry. It's not making any sense. So these are the part of the reasons why this money is affecting that marriage. You get. But when it comes to boyfriend, girlfriend, most men feel because you're in a relationship, I don't even know if you're my wife, I'm not going to be spending. There are men that don't even spend in their relationship. It's basically the wife, the girl that is spending, putting all the effort. They love the body, the money. Do you understand? But there are men that, despite that you're in a relationship, they spend money like you're their wife. Accolades to those guys, they are rare. So there are men too that will be in a relationship, they'll be waiting for the girl to tell them. You also know that the girl is in need. Some will tell you they don't come to carry family problem. These things are sacrifice you give. So when you look at the situation like this, you find out that some of those girls that you're dating will end up having 2 boyfriends, 3 boyfriends, or maybe one that will be giving her money. You will be doing the needful, maybe the bed activities and all of that. Then the other person will be doing, maybe the other one is presentable to be going out. So the reason why this money is vital in one of the factors is that it is spoiling a lot of family. And again, when it comes to the women aspect, there are women who are the breadwinner of the family. It is to get a woman that is making money in the family and spending for that family. The women are 0.1%, like 0.1% in this earth. They are rare. Just remove cap for any woman that shares the love for you and spend money for the family without complaining. You don't need to trade her for anything. It is very rare to see such women. But when it comes to guys, women, there are women that they are breadwinner, they are breadwinner of the family, and then I'm not going to say the way they are going to handle the situation, because they will expect you to do the needful of the wives, and they will treat you the way they will treat you. I'm sorry, I'm a lady, but I have to say the truth. They will treat you the way they will treat you. You feel used in the marriage. And you know, most of our guys, they have pride. So when you start making the money and you make them less important, you see that the pride will set in and it start affecting the family. There are situations like that. So now, if the woman is the breadwinner and she's being supportive, but you feel more intimidated as a man and more useless as a man, maybe you lost your job and all of that, or maybe along the line you're doing business and your business had problem, you start feeling bad. That one is there. There are women like that, which is the situations which can cause trouble in the family. Then there are women that will be the breadwinner of the family, and then they will be suffering irrespective of the love and care and everything. Then the man will not even be making effort to move. Not like the person has a job, or maybe he's looking for a job that you attempt, like you're not even attempting to even look for work or money like your fellow guys. That one is the problem, and it's frustrating for the woman, because you don't even help her in house chores, you don't even help her to maintain the children or the kids if you have any, or maybe in a relationship like a boyfriend or girlfriend, the boyfriend is there to be waiting for the girl to be providing for him all the time. You don't even add any effort to it. It's very bad. That's why most girls, when they make money, it's very difficult for them to trust a guy that will be able to adapt or understand her when she has that money. So these are the things that money can do, the factors that can affect when it comes to money in a relationship. There are a lot, but I have to just cut it short because I don't want this video to be too long. Then the second one I said was what did I say was the second one? The second one I said was communication. Now, in a relationship where you don't have communication, you guys don't understand yourself, I don't see the reason why you're still in that relationship or marriage. Because the reason why you attached to this particular person as your partner, it was because the communication was mutual. In biological terms or medical terms, you say symbiosis, like the relationship you have with people. You see commensalism. In animal, you see commensalism, mutualism, parasitism, both, and blah blah blah. You can relate. So now, if there is no communication in that relationship, I don't know, my sister or brother, I don't know what you're doing there. There are people that are very difficult to maybe come to a conclusion in an argument. Maybe you're having an argument with your spouse, or maybe your partner, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, and then there is no way you should expect that the way you think and the way your partner think must tally. These are two different breeds that came from two different families that are being brought up by two different parents. Let me use that way. So the way you're being brought up, or the way I'm being brought, is not the way my husband is being brought up. So there are some places where we cannot even come to an agreement, or in an argument. But the way you people end that argument is the best in relationship. Sometimes it's always good to listen. Like most times I do more of the listening. Like when you listen, you grab a lot. It's better you listen than you talk more. So when you listen, for instance, you find out that there are some things that your partner is trying to say, and then you try to fix yourself in that shoes and see if it's making any sense. You don't just hush them at the point when you're doing that. There are people that when they're having an argument with their partner, or husband or spouse or wife, whatever, they hush. Like you don't even know the remaining things the person is having in mind. So at some point the person will have to try, or maybe want to restrain from telling you things, or maybe the way he or she feels about it, because you hush them a lot. So, and again, if you cannot, in this communication, it has to do with understanding. There are so many branches that connect to that communication. Now if you don't understand the person you're doing things with, it's very, very difficult. Now let's take this gist I'm talking about now, based on Cha Eke now. That's the current trend. I've been surfing the social media, going through a lot of news blogs to hear to listen or see anything. Cha Eke was once, I remember there was a time she made a video, even before this one that happened, I think 2 years ago. She made a video saying that she's done. That she doesn't. I think I wish I could see that video to show you guys. So in that situation, she tried to leave that marriage, but I don't know, maybe one, two, or the other, she came back. I don't know. She ended up saying she has bipolar. But one of the brother came online on Instagram, I guess. Yeah, I still have one of his Instagram caption. I will show you guys that he's trying to help his sister, but sister, he can see the sister does not need help. It mustn't be domestic violence. I think the situation she has now is emotional problem, like emotional blackmail or emotional torture or something that she's passing through. So many women are enduring a lot. Like, let me tell you, there are things that you got. It's not the most that you beat a woman, then she cries or feel hurt. There are some things you do to somebody, the person will go to sleep and will not wake up again. There are some words you speak to somebody, the person will go and sleep and will not wake up again. So there are critical things that can happen that kills faster than even beating somebody. So I feel that that's the situation Cha Eke is in right now. And you know, when you are a celebrity and then you know that this girl, this is what she do for a living, and you ended up marrying her, I don't know whether when they were dating they did not see these things, because I believe when you are dating somebody, be it a man or a woman, as you're listening to me, there is a telltale signs you saw initially, but you feel, well, now I can adapt, that kind of thing. I can adapt. But when that thing begins to manifest more, when you guys are married, you begin to get worried about it, and then you begin to complain and complain. But you saw that thing on time, but you felt you can adapt to it and all of that. So I feel that's the situation of Cha Eke. Now that thing happened, the family, I think she did not have that relationship with the family, because I saw something like she had a long time distance from her parents and family as of then. So but the brother spoke up about it. Stop shaking my video. The brother spoke up about it. So at the end of the day, she denied it. She even told the brother not to worry. And one of the actresses, I think Georgina Ibe, took over that. Georgina Ono, I think, took over that thing and was talking about it. So she was trying to tell them that don't worry, she's fine, blah blah blah. That she didn't take her drugs for 3 days. That she's suffering from bipolar, and that's how she ended up covering the whole story. But now, for you to know that that thing is, you know, in this our setting where if you're married and then you don't stay in your marriage for long, basically because you cannot endure or cope what is happening there. Some people will try to give you advice to stay, even parents too, because our parents also have part to play in this thing, especially our mothers. They will always tell you don't worry. So basically, after that situation of she shunning about the video and saying that she has bipolar and she has missed her drug for 3 days, that's why I think she said she flushed it in the toilet. That's why the thing came back, and she broke her phone. That she went to ATM, and then that was when she made the video. She wanted to repair the phone she broke and all of that. Now this one now happened again. She has to run away completely and saying that she's very sorry, she has been lying. That I'll show you guys the caption. So that she's been lying and all of that. Okay, now she has endured. Why am I saying that sometimes our parents are being partaken? Stop shaking my video, sorry. Our parents are being, maybe somehow they have some contribution. Basically the mother. Sometimes there are some things you'll be seeing in marriage, and you know that on a normal day human being cannot even enjoy it. Okay, you call or you meet your parents and tell them, see what is happening. No, I cannot cope with this thing anymore. Some will keep advising you, oh don't worry, go, you manage it, we did it back in the days. After all, your father was beating me then and I was enjoying it. Now you guys are grown. It's not what is happening then, it's happening now. A lot of things are happening and you don't even know where somebody's life is at the moment, because any little part you do with somebody, the person is dead, and they no longer even want to hear whether he humiliated you or she did this to you. All they are saying now is that you have a murder case to answer. So now we don't even know. I don't like trying to judge by one mouth or side somebody when it comes to marriage, because a lot of factors can be involved. So we've had part of Cha Eke. The people close to her will say more about what is happening, but I feel that there are telltale signs when these people were dating before they got married. So now they can no longer tolerate it. It happens sometimes, you can feel that way, but then I don't know why most of our celebrities are having marriage crisis a lot. If you start calculating the number of divorces we've seen in celebrity lives, it's too much. And then my question is, what exactly is the problem in that their celebrity life that is causing this disastrous movement? What is that thing? If you have any opinion, please, I would like you to drop in the comment section, because we learn every day. I would like to even know your own suggestion based on all these things, because if you look at our celebrities now, it is only few, especially the actors and actresses, it's only few that are still in their marriages. I'm telling you the truth, and it's not something that you can brag about. So in her situation now, she has made that face video now, and the second one now, we don't even know how to believe her anymore, because you made a video and said you had bipolar. So now if this one happen now, nobody will even want, some people will not even want to fix their mouth into what does not concern them anymore, because at first you told them to hold their peace, that everything is going to be fine, and your brother came out and made a live video saying that he's no longer going to put his mouth in her marriage again, because he wouldn't want her to start accusing him of something that, when he's trying to show the love as a blood or something. So now we don't even know who to believe anymore. And when she dropped that caption, later the husband came out and said something again, that he has never laid hand on somebody. How are we going to know? Are we God? Are we even living with them? So if you start saying, or maybe want to blame Cha Eke, you also don't know what happened exactly, and you want to go and start blaming the husband again. But the most important thing is that let them be looking at their children whenever they are trying to do all these things they are doing. Try to look at your children, because psychology, there is something that you're building inside our children. Forget that they are still young, they are seeing, they know, they understand all these things. And most of these people don't even consider their children, both the man and the woman. Somebody you claim you love and you started noticing. I know that sometimes in marriage you feel like, I'm stuck with one person for all over a long time. Yeah, it is there. But then you also have to understand that it is sacrifice too. You chose that person. There was a reason you chose that person. So why not try to manage? Why not try to batch? Except that thing is too much, because in this case of marriage, that's why there is courts. You have to listen to both parties to even hear their own part of the story, because anybody can blackmail. There are people that are very, very, they're manipulative. They will come to social media and manipulate the life out of people. You will start believing the person like what the person is saying was true, but then you wouldn't know. So this is what is linking me to this communication now and money thing. it's, I think it has a factor in this their marriage thing again. Now coming down to what else did I mention? Division of labor. This thing can even contribute to, it can contribute to marriages and relationship, but basically marriage. Now in during house chores, it might sound funny, or the way the money can be split. Let me start with, maybe let's say how the income is coming in, how they are going to be doing the utility bills, food stuff and all of that. There is always a disagreement in it. Maybe the man may be bringing for food stuff and all of that, and then some women will say, I'm not going to bring any back, even if I have money. I'm not going, it's your children, take care of them. There are women like that. So some men may find it not, they don't find it fun, they feel bad about it. Then there are some people that will want to help their husband. They don't even need to tell them. They will even buy the foodstuffs and keep, yet the man will not even be grateful. There are people like that. So this life no balance. So in, and then during house chores, some men will tell you that when they are with their parents, they don't even work. They don't know what is house chores. They don't wash plate. They don't cook. They don't go to markets. Why would they be going to market to be doing what? They don't do that. It's not making any sense. Believe me, it's not making any sense. You married her, you must not leave every job for her. She will not die. Do you want her to die? Sometimes women are human beings too. They will work, she take care of the baby. When the baby is sick, they are always there. They will bathe them, they will cook, they will serve their food, they will take them to school run, they will do that, they will come back. Although there are men that always support their wife. I'm not talking about those ones. Now those ones now that will keep the job alone for the wife and tell them that's their job, that's why they are there. Probably they will tell you to be a housewife so that you'll be doing all those things, thinking that it's easy. If you give them maybe like 3 days to do that thing you're doing at home, so that you go to that work, you see that they can't even cope. Like for one bit, they can't cope for it. If God should just say, okay, let the guys see period for like, have menses for like maybe 3 months. I know some guys will faint. Not even talk of let them experience labor. If they experience labor, some will not even, they will say they don't want to come to this world again. So you see that the workload is too much, because there is no division of labor, like help out in some of the things. It may be in the money, finance, and how they are going to shuffle it, like how it's going to be balanced, or maybe the house chores thing. These things are the things that, this little thing you see can affect marriage. These are the factors I feel that can be affecting these marriages and this celebrity lifestyle marriage. Because you won't expect her to go for set, maybe go on set to shoot movie, and then you expect her to come back, maybe she's tired, she wants to. So most of them may have nannies, most of them will have workers that will be cleaning the house. But at some point, as a husband, you start feeling bad. You don't feel the presence of your wife anymore. Blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So it makes them. It mars marriage. Let me put it that way. It mars a relationship. It mars marriage, because you feel the communication and division of labor and the finance is not there. The lack is not balanced. Do you understand? Then, when it comes to sexual life or coitus, like I called it, you see that it is it's not just marriage. Even boyfriend is even complaining. So in marriage, when there is, I've been in a situation whereby I hear people say that they divorce because the man is not touching her anymore. She's not feeling the husband anymore. There is no love making anymore, because probably the man is always on the move. Maybe the job, depending on the work the man is doing, he's a traveler, he's always on the road, he's always on flight and all of that. And then that thing is not there anymore, the bond, because that sexual activity bonds the marriage. Love making, let me use a very decent word, the coitus is very very vital in marriage, because it brings the bond together all the time, even when there is fight, quarrel and all of that. That's what brings the marriage back again and rekindle it. It's part of it, and the commitment too. So now, if that there is lack of that coitus, there's nothing you're telling that both spouse that they will hear. That is just the gospel truth. So now, let's say maybe because you're a celebrity, you're not always around, you're always out of town, before you come back, your husband may be seeing you in the 3 months. I'm using female celebrities, for example. Your husband will be seeing you in 3 months or 4 months time. You see that it's not even making any sense. The man may even start looking outside, or even the people you keep inside take care of your house will be servicing your husband. That's why there are some jobs that you see that when you look at it, you see, oh more this thing, boy, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do to survive in marriage. Do you get? So, but when you check all those things, you see that you can't even do anything. If you sit down at home hungry, hunger will kill you and your children. You start saying, okay, let me go and hustle. There are some also men that are always on the move. Their wife will not even know their whereabouts. Their wife will not even feel them. They don't even have sex. Maybe like in 6 months, the man is not even around. Along the line, you see the person will just move out, start looking for attention somewhere else where he's not there. Those things destroy marriages, believe me. And also the people that have this contributory factory is these people that marry and their husband is abroad, and then they are in Nigeria. Year to year, you're not seeing your husband. Then whenever he comes back, maybe he will stay just like a month or two. You probably knew he married a white woman there, and he's having sex. Of course, he can't be living with a white woman and then be sitting down to be looking at her. And then you're here suffering, waiting, all because of love. Whenever he comes back, you meet your husband. Some people at some point cannot wait anymore. I'm telling you the truth. They cannot wait anymore. They will start doing things that are on a normal day. They don't support, in their mind, they don't wish to do it, but they don't have any choice. So these things are factors that can destroy a lot of marriage and relationship. Even the guys too that will promise their girlfriend they are coming back in the next 2 years and then travel out. Probably you have some hook up there with a white woman, maybe to get a green card or maybe to something. Some people literally go there without seeing any woman. But for the fact that maybe you started that relationship and you're having sex with the woman, and then you along the line you left, at some point the person will start looking for advantage outside before you're coming back. If you can, if you have the spirit of forgiveness, you let go. If you don't, so most of these celebrities, their life is just I don't even know. Some of them are even regretting why they're celebrities, to be honest with you. Like, if you see some marriages now, just okay, let's say you married an actor, and then you watched a particular video where you saw him kissing passionately to one actress. You feel bad. Just look at the way this man is kissing this girl. I don't like this move. I don't like this thing. But you literally know that was his job, and you accepted it. You will spoil my video, this girl. You accepted it. So I don't know why it is not paining you now. That's that telltale signs I'm saying on time. It is the telltale signs you see. Okay, when you see those telltale signs, you know that actually when this guy was acting, this is what he always do. He presses breasts, he kisses, and then you accepted. You said yes to it. It only takes love, or maybe if he has another job, to tell you, oh, okay, I'm going to quit this acting. But for the fact that that's what is putting food on you guys' table, you have to accept it because that's what you signed up for. It's not when you marry him, tell him not to do it anymore. It's impossible. Don't get me wrong, but that's the perspective I'm seeing it. Now, as a guy, you married an actress and you actually knew that this is the way she has been doing all this while, and you come in to stop it. It's going to be very hard for her. It only takes love to stop that kind of thing, or maybe I don't know what else to say, but that's the perspective. Aside that, you saw it coming and you said you're going to love and manage her like that. So why are you complaining? So a lot of things, except the thing is escalating so bad, there are other things that we don't really know. Do you understand? And then going back to Funke Akindele and JJ Skills, honestly, that their own pain me because I don't really know what happened. But you know, when a woman is over successful, it's always like this. Like, sometimes society does not look at what happened anymore. For the fact that she has that money, they now feel that she's the one controlling the guy, which sometimes is not always true. I want some men to remove that notion in their head that because she's too rich, that's why she's controlling JJC. I saw so many comments when I was surfing social media, and it's not making any sense to me. Believe me, there are women that are still loyal even when they are rich. They are very, very humble to earth, do everything for you. But for that person to be hot to do that kind of thing, then you know that truly that guy must have pushed her to the wall. Remember, there was a time the son of that JJC Skills, yeah, that's the stepson to Funke, came out on social media and was saying a lot of things about the father and all of that. So the way he was abusing the father, I don't really want to talk about it because I felt you insulting your father in social media is more like you're insulting yourself, even if he's the demon. You're insulting yourself. I think it's something that needed to be sorted out within. But children that are being brought up in that area of life, even there are some decent people there. Not like his children is what someone came with. If you're naturally that kind of person, you're just that person. So when he was talking about the dad, there should be atom of truth in everything he was saying, though. But I don't really conclude in everything he was saying was true. But my own point is, why would you bring it to social media? So when people start talking now, people will be saying that social media people are controlling your life. But you were the one who brought the issue for us in social media to talk about. So we now decided to help people to analyze your family now and give you advice, since you want us to help you. So when he was saying all those things, he was saying, I'll show you guys some of one of the things he said in Instagram there. So he was even the one that made that shocking revelation. I thought that on time that Funke and JJC skills are no longer together. That both of them are cheats. They are cheating themselves. So, but the news was saying that Funke could not help anymore. He threw JJ Skill out of her house and all of that. So before JJC Skills now came in and opened up and said that they've been separated for some months or days or weeks. I don't know. I think it's something like, but they are separated. So that they are going to generally discuss about who takes the custody of the children. So it just gets me tiring. Now, Funke has not even made any comment so far about this thing that has been going on. And I believe that maybe she's trying to hold herself. I'm not trying to support anybody. I just want to be in the middle and be saying this as it is. Yes, she's over successful, and you wouldn't blame her. Now, I don't know the reason why she must have sent that guy out. Only God knows why, to leave her house. Because they were saying that someone close to the family was saying that the guy is squanching Funke's money and he's using it to even pursue women outside their marriage. So she couldn't bear it anymore. She has to send him out of the house. So why will all these things be happening? It still bounces back to that thing I was saying about telltale signs and all of that. So if you are in this meanwhile, I'm sorry, please kindly, if you're an old subscriber, please kindly continue to watch my video, put a thumbs up and always put on your notification button, so that you will keep communicating, and then tell me your own view about these things I'm saying. Then if you're a new subscriber or you're just surfing and see me, please kindly subscribe so that we'll be friends. And then you also give me your own point of view, because I would also like to hear from you guys things you feel that can even affect your relationship or marriage. I've already given you guys my top 4. I know there are so many. So we are here to learn and to know more. Please kindly follow me up. I will keep begging, kindly follow me up, subscribe. I just have 5 subscribers, and I don't know, and I just believe that I'll keep getting more friends and subscribers. So please kindly subscribe and then like my video. If you appreciate it, then tell me what you feel in the comment section. So back in what we're saying about Funke and Cha Eke, I feel sorry for their marriage. I feel sorry for their marriage because I know marriage is one thing or one institution that is so difficult to cope. If only you were in it, you cannot even judge or say anything about it, because when it comes to marriage, you don't have to be biased. You just have to be in between as you talk. Because if you start feeling emotion about another party, then it's not making any sense. You have to be in between to see it as it is. So I feel there is a loophole that is going on. Yeah, money maketh man, and manners too maketh man. So if you know initially this is something you see in somebody, there is a telltale sign that is there, just like I've been saying, that they saw it but they neglected it and then entered into it because maybe they are overwhelmed with the love, overwhelmed with the peace of mind they had at the moment. Not like marriage is the sweet of roses or bed of roses, or maybe There are sometimes it is sweet, there are sometimes it is bitter. Trust me, there are sometimes it is bitter. So there are sometimes it is sweet. But the thing is, if there is understanding between the two of you, it is going to go a long way. So I feel if you have any contribution to do, I will always appreciate if you make your own opinion. And then if you appreciate what I said about this relationship talks I've given, then please kindly comment and appreciate me. It will go a long way. So I will catch you guys later. I'm just doing this one because my baby's sleeping. I'm surprised he has not wailed. He's sleeping. So I just don't want to keep my page empty, and I came to say hi and know how you guys are doing. Make sure you share love to one another, even though our country is in a messed up situation right now. But I pray that Nigeria will be a better place maybe in 2023 by God's grace. If you've not gotten your PVC, please kindly do that. So I wish you all the best and expecting more videos from me. I love you all, and I hope you guys love me too.